Welcome back to another end of day PulseWave report of yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave price trigger reports. All right, so let's get through this. So you had Janet Yellen, saying she has dire warnings for the economy and all types of things, stuff that they've pretty much said before, but no one really listens to, no one cares. Let's look at how the market has responded. This here is your daily chart. We're going to look at dailies today. So here's your daily E-mini S&P 500. You can see the nice down bar you got today from that. And basically, you're in a sideways situation going on right now. You were under a market correction. Now the complexion has changed and the market is trying to get enough momentum to start trending again. So there's a strong possibility that the bulls will come in here and try to buy this pullback today. And you're still in the bearish zone and you are below the overhead trend line resistance, but you got support at the top of the Kumo cloud. So I think the market is going to try to regain some of this back right now. So I would not be trying to short the market here. You will find out if you are a PulseWave subscriber, you will realize rather quickly that there's really nothing to sell. You don't have any sell signals. Right now, technically speaking, the bulls still have control of the S&P 500. All right. Nothing really bearish at the moment. That was back here. You missed that with the crash alert sell signal. That mode is over. We are now back to the bulls. I think the bulls are going to try to make this thing rally. Take a look at Bitcoin. We have a similar thing going on. Let's see here. Yeah, hey Rob, man, I'm glad you made it, my man. I'm glad you made it. All right, take a look here at Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin futures. Okay, so the Bitcoin futures is still under a corrective environment. All right, it's in a market correction. Now, can the correction get deeper and more substantial? Yeah, it could. All right, it really could on the daily chart. Right now, the bears technically are still in control of this one overall. Lower highs, right? Crash alert sell signals that give you downside production. You can't make an argument on there. And your complexion is bearish. You're in the bear zone. So rallies are being sold still in Bitcoin. Not ready to do anything bullish yet. Canadian dollar, on the other hand, the bears are still in control of this one too. Even though you're in a sideways, elongated, extended sideways thing right now, you are not going anywhere. The bears still have it. Every rally is still being sold, but not enough to make the market start trending lower. It's been flip-flopping within this sideways pattern, but right now you're back to a possible corrective state where the market could actually start to put in a new leg down and extend this range a little bit. So be very careful there. What about the US dollar? What is the US dollar doing? Well, the bulls still have it. All right. You've had corrective phases along the way here, but the bulls still have it. All right. You got that blue on the screen. All right. So the bulls overall, longer term, the momentum goes to the buy side right now. It is what it is. All right. Let's see here. Our next one. What else we got here? Let me get it up. Give me just a second. All right, let's look at the notorious Facebook. So as you can see here on the daily chart on the Facebook, we are in the red zone. We have a crash alert sell signal for tomorrow's trading. The last sell signal was back here. Look at all the downside production that you've gotten. You're now well below the overhead trend line resistance, and prices now have dropped below the Kumo cloud. Price action has dropped outside of the Kumo cloud. You are now technically in free fall where this is ready to put in another down leg on the daily chart. But let's take a peek here at the weekly. The weekly is also showing an acceleration of downside momentum. You are in a corrective zone now. This market is back into corrective status. Last time we had a corrective status was back here. We got no downside production. The time before that, we got a little downside production. This time is looking to be a little bit different. It's looking like it's trying to accelerate toward the trend line support of around 310. So you're looking at a possible 30 plus ish dollar downside move coming in the Facebook. All right, so the trend line support is in play. Even though you're in a bullish zone, you're in a corrective pullback position. All right, moving along, let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum. It was looking like Ethereum was going to try to give Bitcoin a run for its money, but now it's in jeopardy of falling outside of the Kumo cloud, falling over the cliff. It stopped short at the trend line support, but it's looking like the bears are still in control on this one. Lower lows, crash alert sell signals that are producing downside production. This one so far has not. So this is waiting. I think if it comes between tonight and tomorrow, it could be pretty devastating to the downside. Just some FYI. You know, watch your six. You know, you're going to have to watch your six. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look at the euro dollar real quick. The euro dollar, the bulls are holding it together barely. All right. They're defending the weekly support here. They're defending this. All right. You pull all the way back to the initial rally alert buy signal. All right. All this upside is giving it all back, and the bulls are trying to hold on. You're in a corrective zone, though. So it looks like the bulls are about to lose and the bears are about to come in and take this thing lower. So FYI. Here is the euro yen. Yeah, you did hear $310 potential downside target on Facebook. That is correct. That is exactly what I said. Yep. All right, let's see here. Here is your euro yen. Now, euro yen is looking a lot healthier than the euro dollar. If you take a look here, you see the rally alert buy signal. These are daily charts, by the way. And you've seen all this upside production. Top of the Kumo cloud is the next target around the 131 area. And then we'll see where it wants to go from there. But I think that's where it's going to go for right now. It has everything going for it to extend this upside production. We're just starting to get into a green zone, and you have a bullish weekly trend momentum reading. So looks like the euro yen wants to head higher, so that could be forthtelling for the U.S. equity market. Taking a look at nat gas. Here's your nat gas on the daily. You see what you see, right? See the crash alert sell signal for tonight into tomorrow's trading. All right. Trend line support is the initial target if it were to get down there. Now, one thing should be noted is that the position that it's in right now is one where it should be rallying. This is also a bullish pointer. Doesn't mean that it still can't get a little pull back up in here before you hit like a support pocket and the bulls defend and push it back up. So we'll see what happens. But right now, technically speaking, you are in the green zone, and it's looking like the bulls are going to try to make this happen. All right, trying to make it happen. We'll see what's up. All right, next up we got let's see, yep, Theta. Okay, here's your Theta daily chart. And as you can see here on the Theta daily chart, you got a dropout. This was your sideways marker from September the 7th. Price action has dropped out of that zone now and is putting in a leg lower. Bears have it. We're getting that downside production from the crash alert sell signal back here, and you are in the red zone. So technically speaking, Theta is in free fall. So watch your 6 on that one. Xrp Ripple. XRP Ripple is trying to hold on to the sideways zone. Something's going on with my cursor here. Okay, here we go. So Ripple right here, the sideways zone from September the 7th. You see price actions trying to stay within that zone. All right, you had some flip-floppage here from bullish to bearish. Bears are holding on. You did get that initial downside production, but price is kind of trying to hang in there. But you're in the red zone, so a down drift of downside momentum is still very possible. Technically, price action is dropped out of the Kumo cloud and is dangling over the edge and could go into free fall. So watch your 6 on that XRP Ripple as well. Here is ADA Cardano daily chart, lower lows. All right, this one's dangling. It's right in the Kumo cloud, but notice where it is. It could fall right out of bed with no problem. So be careful. Price action is trying to stay in the September the 7th sideways zone, but it's looking like the momentum is starting to pick up and it could take it out. And you are in a corrective phase, so looks like downward pressure is starting to come in some of the cryptos here. I don't see a support where you can buy it yet. All right. If you do try to buy and catch these falling knives, you're doing so at your own risk. Follow the PulseWave reports to a T and don't deviate. All right, here's gold futures. You got the bearish pointer back here from August the 9th I told you about. Here's your crash alert sell signal. Here's all this downside production. You're falling well inside of the Kumo cloud. Price action is right here dangling where it is in trouble falling out of the Kumo cloud. If it does, I do believe we're going to test and take out the bearish pointer way back here. So be very careful. Next up is, let's take a look at BNB real quick. All right, BNB also already out of the cloud and dangling over the cliff where it could go in free fall. A lot of these are right where they could fall over the edge at any moment. Litecoin, same thing, dangling over the edge, and you do have this incredible corrective selling pressure. You're in the red zone. At some point, you're going to have to come back and deal with this bullish pointer up here, but right now is not the time. Like I say, I would avoid trying to catch falling knives right now, people. Trade what you see, not what you hope. All right, Nasdaq 100. We're now in the red zone. Crash alert sell signal back here. And here's the downside production. You stop short at the trend line, not trend line, I'm sorry, the top of the Kumo cloud here. And you're now flip-flopping. You stop the correction for a second. It looked like the market was going to go. Then it flip-flopped again on you. All right. Put yourself in a bullish position here where it could rally. Then it flipped, and then you fell back today. So the bears got this on lock right now. And this one is in jeopardy of going deeper inside the cloud. Again, you got to trade what you see, man, not what you think. All right. Next up, we got Crude Oil Futures. I know it gave a lot back after the rally this morning. Here it is, bullish pointer, closed right at the low of the session. Crash alert sell signal for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Trendline support could be the initial target. I don't think the top is in. I think this is going to come down here somewhere in the air pocket before you hit the trend line support. And I think the market's going to boogie. You're in the green zone. I wouldn't believe the hype. I still think They're going to take this oil to $400 a barrel. On the weekly chart, you can see the market is well positioned to rally. Here is the trend line support. Here's the Kumo cloud. You're north of both of it and a long ways off of both of it. I think this correction mode here that it got was pretty good. Didn't get a lot of downside. Market turned and it's ready to start trending again. So I will be very cautious and careful of trying to short that oil. The Russell My Hustle on the daily chart, crash alert sell signal. I think it could potentially pull back and get in the cloud. All right. But I think any kind of pullback here may be short-lived. So you got a crash alert sell signal. I'm going to call the middle of the Kumo cloud is probably the target if you get any downside production. And I think this one wants to try to boogie back up. So I would be careful, but again, you got to trade what you see. Anything could happen. So just be careful. This is a bearish pointer right here. Can't ignore that on the screen. You had bearish ones right here, back to back, kind of canceling each other out, forming a solid support. And then you got this bearish pointer way back here. These were a test of this. Failed to take it out, which is a bullish sign. Market bounced back up. Then you came down here again. This right here is a bearish pointer. These two supports are still solid. So this is a support. These two are support. And this is your third support. If this fails, you go to here. If this fails, you're looking at this. And if this fails, there is no bottom. You're in the abyss. Capiche? All right. Next up, we got silver. Silver has always been weaker than gold, and you can see it right here. Here's that bearish pointer I was warning you about from August the 9th. We finally did come down here and take this out on the crash alert sell signal from September the 6th. Now the bulls are trying to keep the market afloat, but you're in a corrective zone. You're below the Kumo cloud. You're below the trend line resistance. I think this one is still in a free fall alarm status. Who knows how low the silver could go. Soybeans, you do have to eat, right? All right, so soybeans and wheat are married. As you know, they're pretty much planted like in the same fields adjacent to each other. So what happens to wheat happens to soybeans, vice versa. You can see right now soybeans are trying to build a little support here. The bulls are trying to hold it together. Your rally alerts buy signal did produce a little bit of upside production. The overhead trend line resistance is the initial target. That's going to put you back to beans in the teens. That will put it back above 13. And then you have beans in the teens again. But this is a pretty powerful downward cycle. You got seasonals coming into play. I don't really see it getting too high. You might get to the 13-ish, but then that's when the bears will probably come in and smack it back down again. So with this, you gotta play it fast and loose, taking profits and then booking gains and then flip-flopping long and short. Here's your Dow on the daily. You can see what I mean. Here's the rally alert buy signal. You got all this upside production. Then it comes all the way down here. Stop short right at the bottom of the Kumo cloud. You can't make that stuff up. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You got to trade what you see. Bears had this downside production. Bulls are trying to prop it back up. You are in the red zone in the daily chart, though. Pull up the weekly chart, and you don't really see, it's like nothing to see here. With the exception that you are in a corrective phase where the market could come down and collapse on you. I don't like seeing this bar right here, and this is a bearish pointer. I think the market will come down and probably test the trend line support, though. Even in the green zone, you can do this. You did it back here. You came down, you touched your trend line, and then you boogied from there. Back here, you broke it pretty decent, making people think this thing was over, and then it gave it all powerful rally. So yeah, man, I think we got a little bit more pullback downside to go. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. All right, let's see. We got one more, and That'll wrap it up. Okay, this is the Australian dollar. So, you had this incredible long break. Then you had the rally alert buy signal from August 23rd, crash alert sell signal, downside production. Now we're kind of moving sideways. You're still in a corrective zone, but it's looking like the market's going to try to possibly find a bottom somewhere around here. This is a small little bearish pointer. So it may just keep the market in range. So between here and here. Let me pull up the weekly and see if it's a little bit more pronounced on your weekly. Let's see. All right. So yeah. Okay. So here you are. This bar right here, August the 20th. That seems to be your magnet. All right. For the time being, price action is staying within this bar. All right. So your range is August the 20th. And that seems to be the case. Rally alert buy signal, upside production, crash alert, downside production. You're just trading at the higher and lower end of the bar from August the 20th on your Australian dollar. All right. So nothing too big there. Hey, what up? My brother Donnie's in the building. What up, brother? What up? What up? Thanks for the stopping by and for the support. All right, I see you, Rob. You want to see LCID? Let's see what's cracking. See what's shaking with that. All right, LCID. All right, that didn't come up. Am I looking at it wrong? Lucid Motors. It was CCIV. All right, let's see if that comes up from there. Let me see. CCIV. Okay, I have it as Churchill Capital though. So Lucid Motor, Tesla's main competition. It was CCIV, but they finally converted the SPAC company to Lucid Motors. So, all right, this is obviously not what you're talking about. So let me do a name search, see if that'll come up. LUCID. Okay, it's too new. It's not coming up. Yeah, it's not coming up. I'm online too. I have my repositories online. I'm just not seeing anything under your Lucid Motors. Sorry about that. So it must be too new. Not seeing it at all. Let's see here. Did I miss anybody? Nope. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, you guys. That's all I got for today, man. So go ahead and smash that like button. And PulseWaveTrading.com, where you can go if you don't already have a subscription to these Pulse Waves. You definitely need it, man. You're gonna need it because these times are getting weird. They're starting to manage markets a lot more closer to the hip, so it can be very difficult and uncertain for you. That's what the Pulse Waves are for. We let you know what the market is aiming to do, regardless of a news event, regardless of what happens. You can be sure that you'll be put in a position where, regardless of what news comes out or how the price action goes, you have a roadmap. The Pulse Waves are a roadmap to let you know exactly what you can expect in any given market and any given day, because that's what we do. That's what it's about. You got to know what to expect in these times and what to expect in these markets, and we give it to you just like that. So with that being said, remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I am out. Smash that like button and peace.